What emotions are you unable to feel? So this is one of my latest questions for my clients that I'm really enjoying. Partly because it makes them kind of go, like it really kind of cuts to it. It's, when we reflect on what emotions we're unable to meet and allow, it kind of shows which parts of ourselves we're unable to go to. So I find that the reason I do the work for myself of going to those emotions that are uncomfortable and going to those places where I feel triggered is that when I do, I go through a kind of process where I come into a deeper part of myself. And generally I find that on the other end of that process, I feel so much power in my being and so much presence, so much more compassion. And so I find that, even though a lot of us can be really courageous in the external world in a lot of ways, a lot of us are actually avoiding some really deep stuff. And I know for myself, my quest is to really go to those places. And I know the people who I find to be truly powerful are the people who have gone to those places and done that work. So let me give you an example. Lately for me, the emotion that's been super hard is loneliness. And I have a whole story around the loneliness, and I think that's probably, why it feels so hard. And so what I've been doing when the loneliness has come up, I've noticed that I really want to distract myself from the loneliness. I want to do anything but feel it. So instead of distracting myself, I've been making space to feel that feeling. And so what I've been doing, I've usually been doing it in the bath, and I've just been like sitting there with it and trying to find actually the fullness in that emotion. So like looking into my body, noticing where I feel it. I'm really going into those places, noticing the different textures, noticing like the different dimensions of that feeling of loneliness rather than just the mental story. And what I've been noticing is that when I do that, then the loneliness begins to transform into like a deeper experience, and I drop into a deeper place inside of myself. And kind of the charge that was all wrapped up in denying that emotion burns out. And then I'm like, I kind of land into a deeper part of myself, a more fuller, more embodied part of myself. So yeah, that's how I've been working with it. I really find that when we notice that we're avoiding something, to make space to hold that thing leads to amazing transformation. And so we can either do that for ourselves, and if we can't do that for ourselves, we can get someone else to help us. So a friend or a coach, someone who's really good at holding space and who's really willing to do that for you. So anyway, I really hope that was useful for you and that you courageously explore yourself. My name is Sonia Shraddha Devi. I'm sending you so much love. Mwah.